Welcome to Truth and Knowledge. Today we're going to talk about how God killed everyone in the Bible except for the devil. In the beginning, they say that God created everything, the heavens, the earth, and everything that crawls and breathes within it. But what is creation without destruction? The Bible opens with light. Yet every story that follows darkens into fire, blood, flood. The supposed God of love also turns into the God of wrath. And in the end, either by his own hand or by his silence, everyone dies. Everyone except the devil. Hear me out. If God is all powerful, all knowing, and perfectly good, then the persistence of evil is not an accident. It's a choice. And by the final accounting of scripture and logic alike, the one who's left without all divine punishment is not the saint, but the serpent. Genesis tells of a global purge. The flood was not a metaphor. It was a divine genocide. Men, women, children, animals were all killed in the name of wickedness. Yet wickedness itself survived. The devil, the deceiver, the very seed of sin was left untouched. So we must ask, was God cleansing the earth or simply pruning the branches while watering the roots of evil? If God destroyed humanity for imperfection, why not destroy the architect of imperfection? A mind of reason sees not righteousness, but contradiction, for the devil lives on, not because he's stronger than God, but because he serves a purpose in God's narrative. A villain makes the hero seems holy. Without the devil, God's power is unmeasured, his justice untested, his dominance unproven. An omnipotent being still needs an adversary for drama, for fear, and for obedience. Look at the story of Job. The devil walks into heaven, speaks directly to God, and then God grants him the permission to destroy a man's whole life. That's not rebellion, that's employment. The devil didn't defy God. He operated under a divine clearance. The so-called war between God and Satan reads more like cooperation. Two sides of one coin, one punishing, one forgiving, both feeding off of human devotion. In the theater of heaven, pain is performance. The audience is humanity. And every catastrophe becomes a sermon about faith. If God is life, and he ends all life through plague, fire, flood, or apocalypse, then what remains? Spirit of rebellion. The voice that said, no. Or should I go, no, when angels bowed. That voice, the devil, becomes the last echo in the empty theater of creation. God kills the world in order to preserve his own perfection. The devil, on the other hand, thrives in imperfection. He doesn't demand worship. He simply waits for curiosity, for doubt, and for the first question, and for reason itself. Atheist's holy instrument begin with that question. Why? Why would a perfect being create something destined for destruction? Why would he allow evil to live if he could end it? The devil's survival isn't rebellion, it's logic revenge. So, if we strip away faith and look with unflinching reason, The conclusion is simple. God's wrath spares only what he needs. And he needed the devil, not an enemy, but an extension of his design. And when all believers fade and the earth burns up and heaven is empty, the only survivor will be that question itself, that whisper from the serpent's tongue. If God kills everyone but me, who really won? Y'all have a good day.